Consultants in Cleaning is excited to announce the addition of 2 new products to its ever-growing library of education and learning. Dick Ollek's new DVD entitled Increasing Profits Without Increasing Sales takes you step by step through the process of finding areas in your current operation that can add substantial dollars to your bottom line. The second offering is Dick's new book entitled Richard's Writings. He's bound all 50 of his 2012 blog postings into one book of over 100 pages, so you can have them in one handy location and available for reference, and at a very affordable price. So go to the website at consultantsincleaning.com and check out these latest offerings and all the other educational tools for your business. Both you and Dick will be glad you did. Welcome to Tripodcast, episode 275. It's Monday, February 18th. I want to think it over. I'm sure you've heard that in some of your sales closings. Well, in this Tripodcast, Dick offers some very specific techniques and tools for overcoming that objection and closing the sale. Let's listen in.
In this Tripodcast, I want to continue our discussion on some helpful sales closing, I guess I would say, in this one, hints. The facts of life are that no matter how professional you are or how you appear and how professional your proposal is, there are times and many times when they're going to say, I want to think it over. Ever happened to you? I know it happened to me, and it did happen many times, and I thought, gosh, I gave them all the information. They smiled at me the whole time. I smiled at them. I complimented him on his bass boat and everything else, and we were getting along fine. We get down there, and then he says, I want to think it over. But take the positive side of this. It is an opportunity for you to close again. So here's the way I usually handled that. Mrs. Prospect, so that I can prepare the information you need, just exactly what is it that you are wanting to think over? You see, I want your business. Our company wants your business. And it's important that I present you with all the facts so that you can make the correct decision. That make sense? That then dictates kind of where you go next. You have to be prepared to provide the answer, the information they want, and set another appointment to deliver that information. Now if they say, I just don't like you, you got a problem. But you should have been able to determine that before you got to that point. But again, you say, rather than just saying, oh, okay, you're going to think it over, when can I call you back? Go that next step. They're not expecting you to do that. They're expecting you to just say, okay, you'll call me back in a week or so, and they're going to shove you out the door. But again, so that I can prepare the information you need, just exactly what is it that you want to think over. You see, we want your business, and I want to make sure you have all the information you're asking for. Now, as I said, and many times, we're not trying to provide pressure sales close here, but or where I come from, in the Midwest, in a small town in the Midwest, we classified pushy peddlers, guys that would just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and we pushed them right out the door. So I really kind of prefer the conversational approach to that close. It really works. And so ask them for that information. And the important thing here is do not just send it back. Bring it back. Ask for a time tomorrow or whatever. However, depending on the answer, how long it's going to take you to prepare that information. Say, Mrs. Prospect, I can gather this information and I will bring it back to you. What about day after tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Well, you can just fax it over. No, this is really important. It's really important to us that we obtain your business, and I want to bring it back and make sure that I clarify all the points. Or if they ask for references, bring them back. I did not include references in my proposals at all. And so that gave me another opportunity. If you wanted to talk references, I did not fax them over. I brought them over, and I went over them with him. You see, my wife sold for years for my company, and she was our top producer. And I always felt the 2 reasons that she was successful is that she followed the order of our proposal, when making the presentation, and maybe more importantly, she came across very sincerely. And one of her standard answers was, we may not always be perfect, but by golly, I can promise you one thing: if we ever make a mistake, we're going to provide, we're going to make every effort, and we're going to get it corrected quickly. And I had companies or customers tell me that that's all they want, is they just wanted somebody to handle the job. So anyway, let me again say to you that don't quit when they say, I want to think it over. Just ask them politely. Remind them you want the business. Ask them politely, what is it that you'd like to think over? Because frankly, that's when you're going to find out if they're really serious about buying from you. And if they're just saying, well, I want to think it over, and then that's when you also may find out that they really need to take it to 3 other committee members. And if that's the case, we'll bring you 3 more proposals. You should have found that out ahead of time, though. But nevertheless, I hope this has been helpful to you. Remember, when they say, I want to think it over, is another opportunity for you to close the deal. Thanks for watching.
You've been listening to a Tripodcast, short video and audio presentation about important topics in our industry. If you're a current subscriber to the Tripodcast, thank you. We appreciate it. If you're not yet a subscriber, please check it out. It's free and it's easy. Come to www.tripodcast.com, enter your email address on the right-hand column, and click subscribe. We'll send you out a new Tripodcast every Monday morning.